Is it even I'm even killing myself think this will work? Or would I even be better off dating the mailman after all? Come here ready. Long distance relationship sucks. I've never met anyone who said I live apart, me and hours apart, and it feels good. Or we've been living apart for years and it's great. No. Everyone I've met in a long distance relationship feels this agonizing pain deep. Sometimes it feels like your heart is being slowly removed and replaced with an unsatisfactory Skype calls. I've been there before. I know how it feels. I've been in a distant relationship for years and I tell you, it sucks. When it comes to surviving long distance relationship, there are a few things I've actually learned and I feel it can help people who are in a long distance relationship survive. Okay, the first one is you need something you both look forward to together. What do I mean? One of the things that kills long distance relationship is the uncertainty of being together, the uncertainty of a lot of things. You're not certain about anything. It kills close relationship, not to talk of long distance relationships. In fact, uncertainty will make you think about a lot of things like, does he even love me? I might be the one pushing things. Is this really worth fighting for? What if he has other girlfriends? What if he's even married? Does she really love me the way she used to? She probably must have stopped loving me. You keep having these uncertainties coming, blowing your mind in form of questions, and you don't even know what to do and you can't help it. And the problem is the longer this goes, the more the uncertainties turn into crisis, the more it turns into problems, the more these uncertainties breeds problem. That is why if you want a long distance relationship to work, you both need something you both look forward to doing together. It could be that exotic holiday in Dubai. It could be that picnic in the forest. It could be anything. It could be your birthday, it could be your anniversary, it could be whatever it is that both of you plan to do together. Both of you are going to be present together, not over the phone, not on Skype calls, not via technology, face to face. There has to be something you both look forward to doing, let's say this time every year. And that thing has to be mind-blowing so that when you think about the last time and you're looking forward to, having that same experience or even more the next time. Okay, so you both need to work together on this. The second thing you have to do is do not judge or be slow to judge. See, funny things happen to the human psychology when it comes to distant relationships. When we are apart from each other, our minds start to make assumptions. Our minds start to, judge. We start to feel like, what could be happening now? What could he possibly be doing now? What is she probably doing now? Most times, we exaggerate things and we start judging, even without knowing if it is false or right. And most times, these are merely assumptions. They are not true. And this can show in so many ways. When it happens like this, people get insanely jealous or possessive. You see, they start telling you, don't attend this party, don't even travel out, don't even go these places. They feel like if you go out, you're going to meet other people and they're going to influence you, and somehow you fall out of the relationship with them anymore. So they get possessive and extremely jealous. Feel these are a threat to their relationships. So they're trying to protect their relationship. In all this, these are simply unhelpful. Remember, when you're in a long distance relationship, you have to be skeptic of your own feelings. So you have to constantly remind yourself that you really don't know, or you don't have all the facts. You don't really know what is going on with that person unless you talk. You can't assume things. You can't exaggerate things unless you talk. So the only way to not be judgmental or to be slow about judging is having a one-on-one talk. Good thing, technology has made it very possible for us. So why not call and talk things over? Share how you feel and let the other person share how he or she feels, and then you talk things through, and then that's the best way to resolve this type of issues. If not, it is going to skyrocket. Okay, so the next thing is make communication optional. Yes, I've heard a lot of people say if you want a long distance relationship to work, you have to communicate. Communication is the key. Yes, it is the key, but make it optional. How do I mean? There are days when you don't feel like talking. There are days when you're just busy. You work from morning to night and probably come back exhausted, and then you decide to lie down and sleep. But if you make communication a must in a long distance relationship, it has to be that when you want it and when you don't want it, you are expected to talk. Let's assume a lot of people in distant relationship make it that point that every 9 o'clock in the evening, in the night, they have to talk. Okay, whether you're exhausted, you're not, you're happy, you're not, whichever one, that 9 o'clock every night we have to talk about how our day went. Okay, and then you call at that particular time, 9 o'clock, I'm not feeling too well, I feel like I need to rest, I feel like I need to sleep, and then you call me and like, yes, no, yep, okay. This communication is not flowing. The other party will feel like he or she is forcing you to make the call, and you feel like, now can't this person just get the sign that I'm tired, I need to sleep? Because this communication is being forced, is being mandated, you're both not getting yourself. He's not getting the reply he wants, and you're not giving the reply he wants, or vice versa. So communication has to be optional. I'm not saying do not talk. I'm not saying anytime you feel like not talking, then don't talk. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you force communication, two things happen. The first one is when you hit days that you don't feel like talking, but because you've been mandated, because it is a mandatory thing in that relationship to talk by that certain time, and you feel like you have to talk, and then you talk and start giving the yes, no, okay reply or response, you're not closing in. You're creating barriers, and somehow you're worsening the issues. It's not that communication is not working at that point. Okay, the second thing that could happen is one person start feeling resentful, like if I don't call, he won't call back, or if I don't call, she won't call back. I am the one sacrificing for this relationship, and you want, no, don't say that. It has been me all this while sacrificing for this relationship. If I don't call, you don't call, and this game never solves anything. If I don't call, you don't call. If I don't call, you don't pick up. Or if I don't take the first step to call, you don't call. It doesn't solve anything. Instead, it creates more problems. Best way is to make communication optional. Talk when you're happy. Talk when you have strong information to pass out. Just talk when the vibe is there. When you call your partner and you feel like the vibe is not there, just greet and say, okay, we'll talk tomorrow. Then tomorrow, talk when you're both free spirited, and just talk when you're just make communication optional, not a must. The fourth one, make sure this distance is temporary. It's not going to be a lifetime thing, or something you're not even sure of when it's going to end. If you're in a long distance relationship and you feel like, hey, let's just flow, whenever it stops, it stops. Who wants to stay in that kind of relationship? But when you make a long distance relationship temporary, like, we're going to stay like this for a year, in the following year we're going to move closer, do things that's going to help us stay together, have plans of living a happily ever after life together, that is when it's going to work. But when it's not temporary, when you're not even sure when it's going to end, nobody wants to stay in that kind of relationship. It's not going to work out. Okay? A long distance relationship cannot survive without hope, and for there to be hope, there has to be a plan. There has to be a plan that for so and so time we are going to live together. Without that shared vision, long distance relationship is not going to work. With that, everything is just going to feel meaningless. I mean, what's the point? Why am I in a long distance relationship if there is no point of ever reuniting or living together happily? What's the point? There's no need. I don't see. There's no need even engaging in it. So guys, these are the things that you could apply in your relationship if you're in a long distance relationship that is going to make it work. Okay, like I said, I've been in a long distance relationship for years, and I can tell you what might work. Okay, so if you apply these principles now, I feel it's going to work. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any question or any topic you want me to talk about, please just say so in the comment section and I will happily do them. Actually, this video was a requested video. One of my subscriber commented on one of my videos asking that I talk about long distance relationship. Yes, long distance relationship is actually very broad, but I chose to talk about how to survive in it if you're already in it, because you never can tell how many people are in a long distance relationship. So that was why I decided to talk about how to survive in it. I'm sure going to make other videos relating to long distance relationship in case you might be interested. Please just say so in the comment section. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.